Good morning. Thank you for tuning into your daily Wallops weather briefing for Friday, January 3rd. We saw about a third of an inch of rain overnight with the first wave of precipitation that we were expecting with this system that's impacting the mid-Atlantic. Currently, we are in a bit of a lull of the rain. There's not going to be really any more rain expected throughout the rest of the morning hours. Here is a quick look at our radar. As you can see, the closest rains really across the southeastern of Pennsylvania. Really no rain across the Delmarva right now. We are going to continue to see some cloudy skies throughout the rest of the morning, and even some patchy low clouds continuing as well. Perhaps seeing a brief break of sunshine in the early afternoon hours, and then as we get towards the late afternoon, we'll start to see those rain chances ramping up again, with some heavy rain even possible just after sunset. Taking a look at our current surface analysis, there's that batch of rain that impacted us early this morning and last night, currently making its way northeast of the Delmarva. As you can see downstream in this surface analysis, there really is no rain across Virginia or even North Carolina, other than some spotty isolated showers. We are going to get this warm front continuing to migrate northward, associated with this low that's developing off across the southeast. Once that warm front makes its way northward, that's when we're going to start to see those rain chances ramping up, especially as we get into this evening. And that's also going to allow our temperatures to remain very mild tonight, only the low only dropping down to around 50 degrees, which is about 20 degrees above what we would expect for a low this time of year. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds this morning, seeing some southwesterly winds pretty much across the entire column, and then becoming westerly above 16,000 feet. Winds running fairly high on the upper levels as well. 45 knots at 3,000 feet increases to 75 knots at the 9,000 foot level, and then running between 80 to 85 knots between 16 and 25,000 feet. Seeing a pretty high freezing level this morning, around 13,000 feet. Take a quick look at our satellite loop this morning. You can see we do have still abundant cloudiness, although it is currently dry across the Delmarva, and some low clouds. Those clouds are starting to break up, though. Could even see a brief peak of sunshine. As you can see, Virginia mainland is getting a little bit of sunshine currently with those breaks in clouds, and we could get that too here as well once we get closer to lunchtime into the early afternoon hours. Then we'll see that warm front continue to move northward, and then that's when we'll start to see those rain chances increase once we get towards the late afternoon, and especially into this evening. So taking a look at our forecast for today, going to be seeing that high near 57 degrees this afternoon, which is running about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Winds are going to be southwesterly throughout the day, around 7 to 12 knots, perhaps turning a little bit west-southwesterly in the early afternoon hours. And then as we get into tonight, it does look like winds are actually going to die down despite that heavier rainfall, becoming fairly light and variable after about 8 p.m. And then once we get into the mid-morning hours of Saturday, we'll start to see those winds slowly increase a little bit, becoming south-southwesterly at 5 to 10 knots. We are going to be remaining dry, like I said, throughout the rest of the morning hours and into the first couple hours this afternoon. And then after about 2 p.m., we'll start to see slight chances of rain through about 4 p.m. And then between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., we'll see those rain chances really ramp up across the area as we get those showers developing associated with that warm front and approaching low. After 8 p.m., it does look like that rain will continue to intensify, possibly seeing even some heavy rain. Can't even rule out a very slight chance of a thunderstorm. Currently only looks to be about 10%, mainly across the far southern portions of the Delmarva. But it does look like we are going to get some heavier rain, mainly across the lower shore here, and that's going to persist as we go into the pre-dawn hours of Saturday. And then after about 4 a.m. Saturday, still going to be some rain, about a 50 to 60% chance of rain, but rain will be lightening up then, moving to more of some scattered to isolated showers at that point. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, we're going to continue to see some low clouds near 1,000 feet through the rest of the morning hours. And once we get to the afternoon, we'll start to see things break up, lower levels becoming scattered at 1,500 and scattered at 3,500, and then broken around 15,000. As we get towards the mid-afternoon hours, we'll start to see those ceilings lower again, with ceilings becoming 2,500 feet by 4 p.m. and then continuing to lower, especially once we get into that heavy rainfall, with clouds possibly as low as ceilings possibly as low as 300 feet after sunset and through midnight when we're expecting that really heavy rain across the Wallops region. As we go throughout the pre-dawn hours of Saturday, going to continue to see cloudiness and showers and chances of low cloudiness as well, with ceilings down as low as around 500 feet or so. Tides are normal along the Delmarva Atlantic coast this morning. Let's take a look at our short-term weather model to show you how this rain will be progressing as we go throughout the day and into this evening. There's that rain that impacted us earlier this morning, since moved to the east of the area. And as you can see, really going to be a lull in the rainfall across much of Virginia and across the mid-Atlantic as we go into the lunchtime hour and into the early afternoon. And as we get towards about 2 p.m., that's when that warm front is going to start lifting across the region. And that's when we'll start to see the rainfall really increase as we get closer to the 4 p.m. hour. And that's when we'll start to see those rain chances quickly increase to about 100% across the region. Once we get towards about 8 p.m., that's when we'll start to see our better chances of some heavier rainfall. You can see those brighter colors there indicating some heavier returns. And like I said, that very slight chance of a thunderstorm as well, but that's only about 10% chance. And that heavy, moderate rain will continue through about midnight, and then continuing through 4 p.m. with just a little bit lighter rain, and then we'll see isolated to scattered showers continuing as we go into the mid-morning hours of Saturday. And does look like rain chances will remain throughout much of Saturday as well, but the best chances will be in the morning hours, and then we'll see some rain chances increase again once we get into late Saturday night into the pre-dawn hours of Sunday. Taking a little bit look at our longer-term forecast. Let's look at this is the European model showing that rain that we're going to get tonight and into tomorrow. And like I said, might get a little bit lull of the rain tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll get that rain increasing once we get that colder air starting to move in, a little bit of energy behind that low. And can't rule out seeing even a flurry or two up towards the Salisbury area as well as we get to the pre-dawn hours of Sunday. But by Sunday morning, by sunrise Sunday morning, that rain does look like it's going to be out of the area. We'll start to see some colder, drier air moving in. We're also going to see those winds pick up as we go into Saturday night into Sunday, as we get that pressure gradient with that strengthening low off the northeast and high pressure building into the southeast. So expect some gusty winds, especially in the morning Sunday, and those winds should relax though as we go into the afternoon Sunday into Sunday night. We're going to continue to see some dry conditions after that for a couple days as we get some high pressure across the southeast. There's going to be a little bit of a clipper moving across the Pennsylvania, New York area early next week, but that looks, any precipitation associated with that looks to remain well north of the Wallops region, and then we won't really see rain develop again until we get into Tuesday night, and as we get another low developing across the northeast, giving us just some rain Tuesday night. Not really looking like much of a rainmaker though, perhaps even a brief snowflake as we get into midweek, but that looks to be a slight chance of that, and we'll have to keep monitoring that as the models continue to converge on a solution for this next system for next week. Now taking a look at our 7-day forecast, going to be seeing those showers develop late in the day, and we're looking at a guaranteed chance of rain as we go into the evening hours and overnight tonight. Going to be seeing that high of 57 today, very mild low, like I said, tomorrow, as we're going to be in the warm sector of the system with that low only getting down to around 51 degrees. Saturday going to be looking at a high of 59 degrees, so still above average for this time of year. And then Saturday night we'll finally start to see that colder air moving in, that low dropping down to 37, and a chilly high of 44. It's going to be breezy as well, so we'll see those wind chills bring that temperature down as well. And then as we go into Monday morning, seeing a low of 35, so back to some more seasonable conditions with a high of 50. And then Tuesday night into Wednesday, we'll see our next system impact the area. Those temperatures will be up a little bit again Tuesday with that prefrontal air mass, those southwesterly flow giving us a little bit of some more milder air to bump our temperatures back up into the lower to mid 50s. And then Wednesday and Thursday, seeing a return to more chilly and winter-like conditions with high temperatures in the mid to lower 40s. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back on Monday morning at 8:15 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Have a great weekend.